What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Talk podcast. Today, I brought a very special guest along. He is a very hard man to get a hold of. What's going on, Toonrami? How are you doing?
Really? That intro, huh? I'm a hard man to get a hold of. Interesting. All right. What's up, man?
It's great to have you here, man. Yeah, you're a little, you're a very busy guy with, the Mario Kart Mondays and all the live streams, and you're very busy. So it was finally great to have you on, man. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to actually jump on and hang out with me. So
No problem. I got a couple interviews with Forbes magazine. You got to talk to my agent. It's been a whole crazy day. I've got a couple Nike deals, and yeah, it's been chaotic. So you know what? Let's get this over with.
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
yeah, I feel that. I see.
I'm not one of those, man. I'm not one of those. No. But yeah, thank you for having me. Great to be here.
No,
And
of course.
sorry in advance.
No, you don't gotta say sorry.
No, you'll see.
Oh, okay, cool, fine. So I did bring you on today because basically I like getting to know different, creators and just kind of getting to know their interests and stuff like that. And the one thing that I have no idea about you is what music is Toonrami listening to right now?
Right now, well,
Not at
nothing.
this very second, but
Because I'm respecting your interview because I'm that kind of person.
Very
But
nice guy.
the last song that I listened to, well, I don't know if this is a surprise given the things that we've talked about before. It was Kingdom Hearts, actually.
Which track?
It was, well, okay. I'm not gonna play games with you. Lord of the Castle. Does that sound familiar? I'm about to question you. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say Lord of the Castle?
What? No. What is that?
Marluxia.
Dude, so you even know the OST names. That's
Oh,
impressive.
I know everything.
Oh my god, that was sick. I know. I've been
Kingdom
like,
Hearts, man. I love me some Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, that's the last song I listened to that wasn't Dokkan related. Unless, of course, Dokkan counts because,
Yeah, I love
Super
the
Saiyan 4 Gogeta is like everything anyone's talking about right now. So.
Yeah, no. He's blowing up the timeline. Everyone's talking about him. It's cool. Can't wait for him to come out. Unfortunately, we global players can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Cause
See, this is why I don't like to pay attention to JP. And a lot of people give me flack for this because they're just like, bro, you don't know what KFC does? You don't know what this unit does? Because like it's been around on JP for months. And I'm just like, dude, the reason why I don't want to pay attention to what those units are about is because of this exact feeling that I'm having right now. And that is I want to play JP. Like I actually want to go play JP right now because Gogeta, that attack, we're just going all over the place. See, this is why I meant sorry in advance. So
it's great.
Gogeta's
It's
super
great. I love
attack is based on Budokai 3, which is my favorite Dragon Ball game of all time. So I really want to play JP right now. So I guess to further my point, my favorite song or the song that I listen to is basically anything that sounds good.
Smart guy.
See, I just go all over the place.
No, I love it. I love it.
You should not be intimidated by me because I'm pretty sure I'm on crack.
Yeah. I was telling Toon before we got on how intimidated I actually have been to speak to.
Yeah, I don't. You're probably feeling pretty stupid right about now. You're just like, dude, why was I
I
intimidated?
feel like
by
I'm
this
talking
clown?
to someone who's a lot like me because I'm pretty open about it. I got bad ADHD, dude. I have really
dude.
bad ADHD.
Dude,
So.
everything distracts me.
Yeah,
Everything.
I listen to all types of music. I play all types
Yep.
of games. I love
Yep.
anything. My mind could explore 10 conversations with them within a minute. It's very hard
If
for me
you-
to be on track.
If there was a way to like psychoanalyze somebody based on their movement patterns in an RPG, you would probably be very concerned if you watched me play a solo RPG. Like kind of like Genshin. Like literally Genshin, every 2 seconds I get distracted by something. A butterfly, something moving in the distance, some random, piece of debris flying around. Like I just get distracted by just everything. So yeah, there's definitely something wrong up there.
Yeah. I feel that, dude. I feel that. Like, you know what happens with me? It's like I'll be talking about something, and then another thought in my head just like starts grasping. It starts just pushing itself. It's like, okay, you need to change topics now. That's how it is. So I did definitely want to talk about Kingdom Hearts a bit. So what is your favorite Kingdom Hearts game as of right now? I think you mentioned two on Twitter. I did see
Yeah.
that little debate you had.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite, so I guess by extension 2.5, or the final mix.
Yeah, yeah.
But Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite. I know there's a lot of great things about 3. Nothing to take away from 3, but I just think that 2 was the perfect balance between simplicity and fluidity, and the story was great, the music was great, the setup was great. So I just loved how Kingdom Hearts 2 was overall. Plus, it was like one of the defining RPGs, if not the defining RPG on the PS2.
Yeah, I completely agree. A lot of people fought against you saying KH2 was not the best game for PS2. I got to be that person and say I believe it was. It's my favorite game from that era.
I mean, it was definitely my favorite. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's my favorite game on the PS2, but like when that point was brought up, it was actually Talon reading a comment, and I was going along with it. But in reality, like if I want to be, totally fair and not just a Kingdom Hearts fanboy, I don't want to necessarily say it's the best game on PS2. That's why I specified and I said it is the best RPG on the PS2.
Yeah.
Because there are other games that could potentially, get in the way of that title. So just to be fair to those games, I'm trying not to say that, jump the gun again. But yeah, I mean, look, we're you and I are both thinking it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I guess I jumped the gun. I do think it's my favorite Kingdom. It's for one, it's my favorite Kingdom Hearts game, and two, it was my favorite game playing on the PlayStation 2. The story was immaculate. The gameplay was amazing. Like, not many games were able to capture the intensity of that storyline. But like, revisiting the worlds, refinding the organization, Xemnas was like my favorite villain for years. I mean, I still love Xemnas. I think he, the way that they wrote Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely how I wish they wrote Kingdom Hearts 3. Getting into Kingdom Hearts 3 now, how did you feel about that, your first playthrough? We talked a bit about it, but we didn't really go into like great detail.
So actually, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, I like to 100% everything and just completely overplay every aspect of the game. But for Kingdom Hearts 3, unfortunately, this was after I started YouTube and Twitch. So I really haven't been able to fully immerse myself in that game and get everything out of it that I could. So I've only actually ever played it once through. And my first run through, it was obviously the adventure leading up to the final like climactic showdown was great, and then the ending, like there were some points in the story that were a bit disappointing for me, but overall it was a generally positive experience just because it was very nostalgic and it just brought me back to where it all began, and the fact that they finally closed a chapter was very moving for me. But there were a few missteps that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but nothing too bad where it's like debilitating my image of the franchise.
Yeah, I agree with that. I want to say that most people would agree that the first like 80% of the game unfortunately wasn't the greatest. It felt more like I think Kingdom Hearts, like the one way that my friend described it and I agreed with him was like Kingdom Hearts 3 is basically written like Kingdom Hearts 1. In that sense, like, you just travel through the worlds. The main story doesn't really pick up to the ending. It's very easy for new players to play Kingdom Hearts 3, but I agree, dude. The endings, a lot of it made me cry. I'm a huge crier. I cried at all the big reveals. Everything in that section with the Keyblade, the war, basically made me tear up. I was dying. But the actual ending, I wasn't too crazy about the actual ending. I'll be honest.
Yeah. For a game that took exactly 5 million years to finish, like the story, the fact that it ends on such a questionable note. From a business standpoint, I get it. They're trying to, set this franchise up for another couple games, another trilogy maybe. I get that. But as far as like paying homage to the fans who've been there from day one, I wasn't a fan of how they ended it on a very Inception-y note, very questionable, like unpredictable kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to think about that. I'm trying more to think about the fact that the Xehanort saga came to an end.
How did he feel? I know we kind of talked about that a little bit right now, but how did he feel about Xehanort's actual end? I wasn't crazy about it.
It was very contrived and sort of, for lack of a better phrase, an ass pull.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
And that whole redemption happening so fast, where it turns around and he was a good guy all along, and all this like random stuff. It was a little weak. I'm honestly trying not to think about that. I'm trying more to think about the fact that the fights were so cool.
Yeah, the final boss was sick. It was insane. Yeah.
But yeah, like they're like I said, some missteps. I'm trying to keep it at just the
Yeah,
missteps.
yeah, we gotta think about the positive because I love Kingdom Hearts. Um, it's I don't know if it's my favorite series because I've really got into Persona like the last couple years, but it's definitely up there for me, 100%. I mean,
It's up there for me too. Yeah.
like it helped me through one of like my worst breakups in high school. Back then,
Oof.
Kingdom Heart, like Sora, and I love Kairi. Kairi's cute as hell. um,
Okay, I see you, boy.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see you, boy.
Kairi's definitely a waifu, dude. She's definitely a waifu, no doubt.
You mean Goofy doesn't cut it for you? Come on, man.
Dude, I actually cried a lot when Goofy faked died.
Oh, don't even. I
Dude,
got sad too.
that was so sad. Like so many people
I know.
think that was like I get it, it was like a meme moment, but when Mickey threw his coat off and started running,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, dude, this is real. This is some real
yeah,
shit.
yeah. You're just like, come on, we can get him, man. Get him, take him out, man.
Yeah,
Avenge my
dude.
boy Goofy, man. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I love Goofy. I mean, I loved. So, talking about Kingdom Hearts, do you like Disney stuff too? You a Disney fan?
Well, I mean, Disney is what got me into voice acting and imitation. So yes, I do like Disney.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, no, Disney's a cool deal. When I used to live in Florida, your boy used to go every single weekend to those
Disney
parks.
World?
Yep, yep, yep. Was it?
Dang, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm in LA, so I used to go to Disneyland quite a bit. It was pretty dope.
Yeah,
Pretty dope.
yeah. I hope somewhere down the line they let us go back, but who knows? Oh, actually, it is open. It is open. What am I saying? But obviously,
Well,
I'm
it's
not trying
open,
to
but
go.
yeah,
I'm not trying to
I'm
leave
not
my
about to
house.
be. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good, fam.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah. I go to Walmart. That's about the furthest I go right now. So
You go to Walmart. Walmart, you're braver than me. I go to Taco Bell.
that's smart. That's smart. No,
It's not smart. Go to Taco Bell every single time. That's not smart. That ain't healthy, bro.
I mean, you could get some healthy options at Taco Bell, dude.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Okay, so Disney, Kingdom Hearts. You're into all types of music.
Very musical guy. I love music.
You like metal music.
Anything that sounds good, I am very, very open. Like music is an art form. I love music. So if something sounds good, I will listen to it. Literally, I don't know a lot of band names just because I know what the sound is, not really what the band name is. So I've listened to metal, I've listened to country, I've listened to everything that potentially has some stigma attached to that name. But if it sounds good, I enjoy it. And yeah, I do like metal. I like Atreyu. I like Metallica. I like Avenged. Like I like a lot of different genres. So I'm not limited to one particular, style.
That's sick, dude. That's sick. Yeah, no, Metallica's amazing. Atiru is amazing. Have you ever seen Metallica live?
No,
Oh,
I've never
okay,
seen them
okay.
live.
Yeah, when I talked to Nolar, he's one of the only people I've ever met who's seen them live like 30 something times. I'm like, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, but Nolar's like 100 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not that age.
I'm 12 years old.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 12 sometimes.
No, it's a running joke on my channel. I'm not, because basically no one knows anything about me aside from what I've said, right? And people are trying to figure out my age, and I guess the fact that I'm so well, since my mental age is 7 according to experts, it doesn't help people trying to figure out how old I am, so I just say I'm 12.
No, that's good. That's good. I missed those days, guys. And for all the young ones that do watch the channel, because I do have a lot of young viewers, enjoy being that your young ages. Because, Toon's a young guy. I'm not. I'm a pretty old fart at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, things are nice right now at age 12, but when I hit 13, man, oof.
oh, that's when everything gets serious, dude.
Yep. Things are gonna get real serious, man.
You meet girls for the first time, and then that's when everything
You have to
goes
tuck in your shirt.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have
it's horrible.
to actually take a shower. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Who showers, dude? That's the gross.
It's probably gross to even think about, but I'm pretty sure people don't shower as much these days.
I mean, given that we don't go out much,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
especially think so, because everybody's like, oh, if I don't go out, why should I shower? Which,
Yeah.
I get that, but I cannot go to sleep with my hair not washed. I hate it. Like I hate having.
I can't
messy
not
hair.
smell good. I need to smell good.
I love using. I use a lot of fruity, bath soaps. So I feel that.
Why you gotta word it that way, bro?
No, because they're actually
I know,
fruity.
I know what you mean. Man.
I buy this.
Papaya extract all the way from me.
I buy
dude.
mango, grape, Blue, like, dude, I love it. I just
What is this podcast? What are we doing?
we're you know we're giving what the people want. This is content. Well,
Yes,
what bath soap?
I like
That's-
papaya, folks. That is your big takeaway from this.
So
From
we
this
found out. So
podcast.
Toon likes, he likes music. He likes Kingdom Hearts. We haven't dabbed into anime much, but I know with your given schedule, I'm sure you're not able to watch stuff as much as before.
Oh, dude. Ever since the Dokkan 5-year anniversary, I have not. I am literally 6 months behind on shows.
Yeah, it hurts. It
It's
hurts.
been rough. I've been slowly catching up. Like couple of days, I'll just shut it down and I won't stream because usually nowadays what seems to be happening is I upload a video on Dokkan and then that later that day I stream on Twitch. So it's like every single day stream video, stream video, stream video. But lately I've been trying to catch up on all my shows. So I've caught up on Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which by the way I hadn't seen a single episode of that. So when everyone was talking about
Oh,
Limit Breaker, I was just like, wait, Janemba's here? Bojack is here? Like I was so behind on that one.
okay.
I caught up on that. I caught up on Doom Patrol. I'm a comic book nerd, so I watch all the comic book shows. Doom Patrol. Caught up on Stargirl. I caught up on Agents of Shield. Like a lot of shows, I'm starting to get back in on. I'm still not there yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And I actually just started watching Digimon, trying to catch up on that too. So yeah,
Yeah.
anime is a big part of my life too.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, no. It definitely was a big part of mine as well. But I just like, I mean, I don't obviously don't have like the greatest success yet. But even when you're just starting to grow, uploading and stuff like that, you really just don't get enough time to do stuff like that anymore. Like yesterday was the first time I've watched like a movie in like 2 months. It was crazy and I loved it. It was called Burner. It had Glenn from The Walking Dead in it, and I highly recommend it. It's not a horror movie because I know how you feel about horror, but
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. Why would you say that?
Well,
Why would you say that?
yeah. I don't know. I've seen a couple of live streams.
Couple, maybe one.
Yeah,
The one,
yeah,
the one live stream that everyone is talking about still. Yeah.
So yeah, so you don't like any type of horror at all, like no horror
I
movies.
just don't. I just don't like scary stuff. I'll tell you the last movie I saw that was horror. Have you heard of a movie called Strangers?
Was that the thriller?
That
Like
was
they were
the
trying
one.
to break into the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this honeymoon couple, like they were staying in a home in the middle of the woods, obviously, because that's how every horror movie starts. And then people are trying to break into the house. It was just so terrifying for me. I didn't sleep for like 3 weeks.
Oh my
I
god.
don't do scary. I don't know, man. There might be something that happened in my childhood that I just don't remember, but like I don't mix with scary. Like it brings out the worst in me. And
Yeah, yeah.
I start like hyperventilating. I start cursing up a storm. I was inventing curse words in my head I never thought existed when
Yeah,
that stream
no, I
happened.
watched
So
it.
yeah, I know you did.
I
You
loved
probably
it.
heard it. I don't think you watched it. You heard it.
I loved it.
Well, screw you.
I'm a huge horror movie fanatic. I love horror. I love being scared. I like like I told you before, like I love the adrenaline of like having
Yeah.
like, my heart racing when I watch
Yeah.
movies.
See, and that's the difference between you and me. So like for me, that was genuinely pure terror. So like while people may enjoy that, I actually didn't. Real talk. Oh, real talk.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I didn't. I actually didn't. Like the first run through was fine for me. I mean, it was scary, but I was able to retain, my personality to entertain the crowd. But as each subsequent game went on, I was finding myself more and more immersed in the environment because I'm looking at the screen. I'm not really, I've got the headset on. I was getting more and more scared. I was getting more and more nervous. It was actually very panic-inducing for me.
Even playing with
Actually,
Nas.
really wasn't. What's that?
Even with playing with Nas, because dude, like
Yeah. So
he makes me
literally,
feel
like,
so comfortable in that game, dude. It's
yeah. So
crazy.
what I ended up doing was clinging on to Nas because that was my only like anchor, really. And so when he died, it was actually really traumatizing for me because I was genuinely
God.
terrified.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like
God.
it. There's something in my childhood that it stems back to, and like I'm not trying to like ruin that for people, which is why I don't talk about it too much. But this is real talk. So it really wasn't fun for me. But whereas you're like the perfect person for a game like that because like you're adrenaline chaser,
Yeah,
adrenaline
I do
junkie,
like
I
it.
guess.
I do like.
So
I like getting
a
scared.
lot of people have been roasting you too, but they also enjoy that you're there and part of it, even though you're scared. But I guess in a sense, you're not as. This isn't a contest, but like if you were scared, truly scared, you wouldn't play it again. But the
No.
fact that you are able to seek that and go back in means that there is a level of enjoyment that you gain out of it, whereas I literally don't enjoy it, and I don't want to ever play that again.
I'm so
And I'm
sorry.
not.
What the heck?
No, so when they were like, come back and play, I'm literally like, just like, dude, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it. I'm actually scared. I'll admit I'm a scaredy cat.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that to my face, though. I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, I feel that. Dude, I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I've always, like, ever since I was a kid, I've always watched horror movies. Like, my dad was always like, yo, let's watch Jason, let's watch Freddy, just kind of stuff like that. I've seen basically every horror movie that's come out. I love bad horror movies as well. I love them. How about bad horror movies that aren't actually scary?
I've never. I think the only movie that I've seen that's scary was Strangers. Other than that, I saw Scary Movie 3, which isn't a scary movie.
Okay, fair. Okay. And
yeah, I've never seen the classics. I've never seen Scream. I've never seen what's another scary movie? Freddy, Jason thing. I've never seen any of that stuff. I've just not been a fan.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I understand a lot of my friends aren't really into horror either. They get, the nightmares, which don't get me wrong. I've had nightmares. Like I guess my, I could talk about that. My trauma as a kid was watching Paranormal Activity. When I was a kid, I was older already. I was in high school. But dude, that movie, I couldn't sleep. Like, I had to tell my mom, I was like, Mom, like, can you come check up on me, like, throughout the night? Because that movie scared me, dude. I was so scared. Obviously, now I watch anything and nothing gets to me. So that's why, like, with Phasmophobia, it's, like, finally something that's, like, actually it's scary. I mean, like, but, yeah, horror movies kind of suck, dude. You don't, I get the whole, that you're scared and stuff of, like, horror movies. But honestly, dude, anything that's come out in, like, the last, like, 5 years, nothing's scary.
It's like eating spicy food.
I don't like
spicy food. I get the appeal, but why would you do that to yourself and consume ghost peppers and melt your stomach linings? Like, what's the point? Why?
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy into that. I know people get it. I know people like it. I don't personally agree. It's kind of like that.
I actually don't like spicy foods. I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of spicy foods. Like, if it's mildly spicy, fine, I'll go with it. But it's not like I'm seeking that out. So, like, literally, like, when I will get Thai food, for example, that's not like one of my favorite foods. I'll go with one of my buddies. He gets the spiciest version of a dish. I'll just be like, dude, why? He's like, oh, it brings out the flavor. What flavor?
What flavor?
Flames?
Yeah,
fire?
like, I can't enjoy
pain?
that.
Yeah. I like enjoying the taste.
Me too. I like sitting there. I like, tasting what I'm eating. And when it's really spicy, the first thing I do is just grab water. Like, what's the point? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't know this, but one time I had something really spicy. I don't know what was going through my mind, but I tried to put toothpaste on my tongue, and it fueled the flames more. It was like pouring gasoline on fire.
What? I wonder what property in toothpaste did that.
I don't know, and I don't know why I thought toothpaste. Well, actually, I know why toothpaste I thought was a good idea. It's because it gives you that cool minty flavor afterwards. So I thought that applying that on your tongue immediately would help mitigate the pain, but it literally exponentially increased it. So don't put toothpaste on your tongue after
I don't
food.
think I'm gonna do that. Thanks for the heads up.
Don't.
Because
you are
I do
welcome.
some stupid things when I get drunk, and I'm sure a drunk Gotcha Talks would have probably done that one of these days. But I don't want to do that. But I hate spicy foods anyways. Like, when I go to Chipotle, I try getting the least spicy bowls I could grab. That's
I don't do spice.
Yeah, it's not fun.
How did we get here?
Well, dude, we're one of the same.
See, I told you. I told you. Sorry in advance.
No, I enjoy this because I like talking about anything. That's just my biggest thing, dude. And I do it in all my Dokkan Battle videos too. Like, my mind just escapes. So, like, I'll be talking about the unit. I'm like, yeah, dude. So, like, I'll just go into, like, talking about Bleach or something. Which
I
like.
Remember? So yeah, to answer your question, I do like anime.
Yeah. There we go. That was the last question. And we went to toothpaste. Okay, very cool, dude. So this was one question I'd been wondering. How long have you actually been doing YouTube for?
I started YouTube when the 250 million download celebration was ending on Dokkan, which was on Global, I think.
Last September?
Not last year. I believe the year before. I think 2018. September of 20. No way. Has it been 2 years? That's not real. Hold on. I need to go back and look. I need to go back and
I
look.
thought you've
I
only
don't
been
think
on here
that's
for
real.
like a year.
I think it's only been a year. Hang on. I need to check. I literally don't know. So I need to go find out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
go back to my videos, go to sort by oldest. For 1 year, 1 year. Okay, I'm stupid. 1 year. I started playing Dokkan 2 years ago, but I've been on YouTube for 1 year. So my first video was posted on the 24th of June last year. There you go.
that is. And what was your first video?
Ultimate Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash 9. Preparing a guide for it.
What a monster! Out of the gate with the guides. That is smart.
And you know what? This is where the Havohai meme started because everyone said that I sound like Havohai. If you go back and watch that video, I do sound like Havohai. Like I talk very calm. Because like, when you're starting something out on a TV show or on a YouTube channel,
dude, yeah.
you're still finding your stride. You don't really have an established personality yet. So that's kind of what happened with the channel because I didn't have this manic, crazy, weird personality that you guys see now. It was very mellow and calm and not this, just the polar opposite. Basically, Havohai. So yeah, it's pretty embarrassing to look back and hear how sedated I sound, for lack of a better term, or maybe I sound high. But yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of it because it's history.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel.
Don't watch that video.
I won't. I will let you react to it whenever you decide
won't.
to react to it.
I will never do that.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. No, I it's true because like my first video till now, it's just like I think what it mainly is just your confidence, because you're kind of like so scared. Like I mean, I was scared because like when I dropped like my first like 100 videos, I was like, dude, like I'm very nervous. I'm scared that I'm gonna like I'm scared to show like my actual personality, and then after a while, you just kind of realize like, nah, dude, people actually like this. Like I watch, like Truth, for example, like he goes crazy. You went crazy, so I was like, man. Like, why? Like, let's cool to let loose and look how well it worked out for you, man. People love you. I mean, I was watching you before I ever even messaged you. After I think I found you during the 5th year. I think that's when.
I think a lot of people did. That's
yeah.
kind of when the channel took off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's when you popped out my recommended, and then that's when I started checking you out. 5th year was a good time period for a lot of people, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it brought so many people back into the Dragon Ball gaming space just because the 5-year anniversary, the fusions, like Gogeta, Vegeta are like some of the biggest names in Dragon Ball.
Yep.
So yeah, it was definitely a good time to be a Dragon Ball gamer. But also what you were saying about like starting out a certain way, I really tried. I made it a point of focus early on before I even started. I spent about 2 months trying to prepare, like learning everything that I've done on YouTube has been self-taught. I've taught myself how to edit and all that stuff. It was from just watching videos and taking notes and stuff like that. But during that time that I was trying to prepare to do my first video, I really wanted to make sure, because I know I've seen how people change. I've seen people evolve from one personality to another, from one style to another, from one slogan to another. I really wanted to try to be an exception where things didn't change. Obviously, the personality changed because I gained more confidence and I was able to let loose and be more crazy like I usually am. But as far as like branding and some of the habits that I implemented early on, I'm actually kind of proud to say that some of those things really stuck the same. Literally on my first video, I brought the Dokkan responsibly. So that has been...
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that has been a thing. Literally the end screen for a lot of my videos where you see Dokkan responsibly, thank you for watching the double Zeno. That has been there since day one. And I don't ever plan to change that unless it's so like graphically inferior to like the rest of my video that it has to change or be updated. I don't plan to change that because I just want it to be the same. I want something to remain the same from the start of my channel's lifespan,
Yeah, dude, no, 100%.
Because that's very rare,
Yeah, no, dude, and that's crazy. So like, do you still get like a lot of your guys from your early like? That's something that I always like bringing up with content creators. Do you ever miss being able to talk to those first like 100 subs that you originally had?
Yes and no. The reason why I say no is because I still talk to them.
Oh.
So it's not really like I'm missing out. But I would say the only downside with growing as a channel is that you do eventually lose track of who's who. I really tried to keep note of which were the OG 100. That was like That was the title I gave. I think I still remember a couple, but it's honestly it's more of like a situational thing where like if someone is around or says something during something memorable, their name sticks out more. I do remember a handful of people from my first 100 subscribers, but unfortunately, I'm not able to remember them all. But that's why I try to maintain some form of communication with everyone that I can. I try to read all the comments and reply to them. It's become increasingly difficult. I totally see why now people straight up just are not able to even read their comments. I at least take the time to read my comments and reply to as many as I can. But yeah, because I'm constantly talking, I have weekly Discord sessions with people where I can just talk to them directly. I don't really feel like I'm missing anybody because like if they want to, they could literally just talk to me. So
Oh, that's really cool.
I'm trying to remain as communicative as possible throughout my channel's evolution. But yeah, it does get tougher.
Yeah, yeah, and especially when you get 3,000 views a video, which I mean that's primary. Like you're doing really well, so you being able to talk to those day ones still, and just trying to be able to keep up to. I mean, good. It's great shit, honestly. Like it's very hard to do that. Not many creators have the time, especially when they do stuff. Like when they work, and
Yeah.
it's very difficult. And even when you're smaller, when you start getting to like those couple hundred subs, you start getting more comments on every video. It does get a little difficult. So it's cool that like you're very involved with your fan base. I think all your Mario Kart Mondays you play with your fans, right?
Yeah, so my subs on Twitch, they join for Mario Kart Monday. People also get to some people who don't even play, they just get to see a side of me that isn't a side that I'd like to display on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I know.
But
I've
people
seen it.
people have roasted me quite a bit. They've said, including some of my friends, they've said like you can say certain words that you don't want to say, like you can't say bad words. I'm just like, nah, I'd rather not say that on YouTube. I want to keep it a certain way, and I like to maintain that throughout the channel. And yeah, people were just like, dude, don't you ever curse? And I'm just like, fine, you know what? Fine. Every Monday, if you want to hear me on my absolute worst, come on over to Twitch
Yeah.
and listen, and make sure to read the disclaimer. Bad language,
Yeah.
because I drop some f bombs.
No, you
A
got
lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm kind of surprised, your friends kind of like bug you on that because it's like it's not. I mean, it's not like you curse 24/7 anyways. Like just being like a normal functioning person. It's not like I mean, some people do, of course, but it's not like something that I really look for when I listen to someone. Again, that's just me. Like if I'm watching you, I'm not watching you to hear like, oh, he's gonna drop the f bomb soon. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, I personally don't feel like it's a good idea to be cursing a lot, because if you start, just imagine like you walk in for an interview and you're just like, hey, what's up, bro? What's good? Like you can't be dropping things like that. In general, for the most part, it's not a good idea. It's gonna hurt you more than help you. It's only in certain situations where maybe you're hanging out with friends or doing something very particular where like you can say those things and it's not going to be a problem. But if you lock that mindset in there, you're gonna inadvertently say things in certain situations that you shouldn't. So I'd rather be safe than sorry, which is why I don't curse. Well,
Yeah.
that's not true anymore, but I don't curse on YouTube.
Yeah, no, and it's true though, and it's especially it comes with like branding and stuff like that as well. Like,
Yeah.
especially when you work with so many people, like you've worked with Goresh, you've worked with Nolar, Talon, all these guys. Like you kind of want to take care of your people, and you don't really want to, let's say like someone hears you dropping a million f bombs or saying something like a little not racist, but like you make a bad joke or something, and then they go to their channel and they start saying, hey, well, the guy that you had on your channel last week said this. Like you don't want that, especially in our community where it's such a positive for the most part community in terms of YouTubers, right? Everybody's really cool. Everybody's really everybody works really well together. It's just better to watch out for each other. And
Thankfully, that's never been an issue in my department. I have never ever even joked about something remotely inappropriate like that.
Same here.
Again, like because I have that mindset, I never have to even worry about that. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And it's actually been ironically very therapeutic to have a once a week type thing where I just let loose. And then even when I do, it's not something where like the worst stuff comes out. It's just like releasing that stress and like doing it in a constructive way where people get to gain a different sort of experience out of it, and it's kind of cathartic in that way. So
Yeah, no, it's
It
cool. It's
works
cool.
out. It
Yeah, it
works out.
does work
I've
out.
weaponized my censorship for the power of good.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. No, it's real cool that you've been on top of that because I want to say most people in our community do, but in other communities, I've seen some craziness. So,
A lot of crazy exists out there.
yeah, yeah,
Not just me.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And it just goes back to brands for the most part. It's like I want to have a good brand. I want people to look at me in a certain light. I don't, it's just like you said, job interview type stuff. But I'm sure for all the viewers, they're probably like, man, what are you guys talking about? That shit is whack. That's what
Yeah,
these
see
guys are
here,
thinking.
he can curse. All right, I'm not gonna curse. Let him
Yeah,
curse.
yeah.
Gotcha's got me.
Yeah. I got that with these podcasts. These guys know. The biggest word that does come out is usually shit. I always tell my subs, I'm like, anything that's on public television for the podcast, I don't mind saying. And of course, I let anybody that comes on know, like, yeah, like for my normal duck on videos, I typically don't ever curse or anything. But for these, and I'll just go as far as television. I think that, if it's on TV, I think it's typically okay, but other than that, no, I don't like. I don't really curse like a sailor either, so it doesn't really hurt. But
Is it the FCC? I think that's the FCC that like regulates things that are said on TV. Is that?
yeah.
Is it the FCC? They would not agree with you because public television, that's like the one place you shouldn't. Because if you said something on public television, you would get canceled in a heartbeat.
Well, I
If
mean,
it's like cable or like some premium stuff, then you're okay. No, I know what you're going at. I know what you're going for.
okay.
I'm just trying to I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like if this was actual television, like on NBC, CBS, like all those like main channels, we would not be able to get away with that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like
true.
the
That's
FCC
true.
would destroy us.
And if they do, it's because they they did like a setup for it, and it's like a one-time thing or something like that. Typically,
Yeah.
it's how I've seen shows do it. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of raunchy shows. Like you mentioned, it's basically more on the premium channels and stuff like that. But
Did Nolar recommend them to you?
no, actually, he doesn't.
Really?
The only thing he ever recommends me, and Nolar
Are the
if you-
games?
Yeah, no, not only the games, but he'll recommend me some cosplayers to follow on the Instagram.
Yeah. Nolar is very connected to the side of things.
Yeah. Nolar is a very special man, to say the very least.
His attention has shifted ever since that '70s show ended.
Yeah. It happens when you're an old man, dude. It happens when you're an old
I mean, but
man.
look, Nolar, you did a great job on that show. It was an honor watching my friend on screen. For 7 seasons, you could have been there for the 8th one, but you had to leave and go film Venom. So, anyway,
Yeah.
Nolar is Topher Grace.
Yeah, I believe that.
Everyone should.
Whenever I believe it. I believe it.
You know that Smash intro that I made for the collab with D-Free, Goresh, and Nolar. Do you remember that?
Oh, I love that one.
That was literally Nolar's voice. When I did his part where he says, "I am in huge trouble," that wasn't from the show. That was Nolar.
What a champ!
Yeah. So he's literally Topher Grace. Like, just trust me on it.
We have a bunch of celebrities working with us, huh? That's pretty
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
They I mean, whenever Nolar hits that 100K, who knows? Maybe he'll show his face. I don't know.
I mean, he's already on Google, so.
True. Yeah, that's pretty easy to find. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find him stuff.
Yeah. I think people are more wondering what I'm gonna look like, and at 100K, man, you guys will be very disappointed.
I'm pretty excited to see what you look like. I'm excited to see what Jin looks like too. Same thing.
Well, Jin and I are twins, so whatever he looks like will be what I look like.
Dude, whenever you talk like Jin, I just die. I just literally crack up. I love
You know
it.
why it works so well for me? Because that's my normal speaking voice. Jinro's voice is my normal speaking voice. The reason I sound like the way that I do right now is because as a voice actor, I want to optimize my range. So if I force myself to talk at a higher register, then I'm able to maintain. It's kind of like the Super Saiyan thing. Like the reason why Goku stayed at Super Saiyan after emerging from the hyperbolic time chamber was to make it easier to be at that level of power. So in that same light, like the reason why I have a higher voice is because I could do some of the higher range, the higher octave stuff with more ease because I've already been drifting in that direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but Jinro is literally what I sound like when I talk normally.
And I know how much he loves it when you
Oh yeah, he does. I'm sure he has some choice words for me right now.
Yeah. He has a very particular voice, dude. It's
He does.
he
He
does.
does.
It's a good
Jin
thing.
bro.
Yeah, the boy Jin. Uh,
Jin bro.
so, dude, yeah, your voice acting is tremendous, and you always. I mean, I like it how you always explain it. You just like you're like I have a voice in my head, and I just project it. I think that's such
Yeah.
a cool thing to do.
Yeah. It's fun, man. It's fun. You're never alone. You just talk to yourself. That's it.
You got like 20. Have you ever seen the movie called Split?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I hope
Yes.
that's not you.
I have. Well, I mean, if you want to call me the Beast, then sure. I'll be the Beast. Physique wise.
That's a cool name for you though, Beast.
The Beast.
Yeah.
No. How can I be a beast if I'm scared of butterflies? Real talk. And I'm also deathly afraid in phasmophobia. I don't know if I could be a beast. I think I
Okay.
lose my beast qualifications if I'm like that.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Let me see. So we talked about anime. We talked about toothpaste. We talked about body wash.
About toothpaste.
Let me see. What enticing questions can I imagine people are wondering? When is the day gonna come when you and Garesh box?
It'll happen. It'll have to happen after our face reveals.
So 100K.
So 100K for me, and then probably by that time the state of the world will be better, where you can punch somebody without consequences.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what's funny is that because of Truth mentioning it, it has now been spoken into existence that Garesh is the boxer. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from Garesh, and he already knows this. We've talked about this. He and I are buddies. But Garesh does box, yes. But I also have experience in training in boxing and MMA. So it's not like he's going to mop the floor with me.
No.
That's not to say that he couldn't. He probably, maybe could if he's more of a boxer than I am, which is probable. Because I did boxing more for the fitness element. I think he did it more for the boxing element. So, like, it's not just a straight up one-sided slaughter fest, It's not. Plus, you guys have to see what I look like, if I've got like massive reach, if I'm like rhyme style height, or if I'm really, really short.
Yeah, we
and
really don't know.
Skinny, scrawny. You don't even know.
Nope.
So I don't think people should be jumping the gun just yet, because as you guys have seen, especially on Super Battle Road, I may be a dummy. But when I want to be good, I am good. Just go ask Talon when I beat the crap out of him in SVR racing, even with links. All right. So don't underestimate someone, especially when you don't know everything about them.
Yeah, no. If I were to be completely honest, so here's the thing, and of course, nothing against Garesh, but Garesh has actually never had any actual fights. That was one thing that we talked about in his interview, which he's never had like any actual intermediate fights. So in that sense, if you haven't either, which we don't know, it could be a fair fight. People don't understand that. Like, it's completely different when you train with a coach and like you do the MMA stuff. Like, it's cool learning the techniques and stuff, but when you get into that ring, when you get into that cage, you don't know, like, this other person's coming at you with the intent to completely, body you. Like, that's like the whole point of boxing and MMA. It's you're coming after the person who's right in front of you. And it's a completely different mindset than that with training. So guys saying that, like, Garesh would beat you this and that, I'm like, well, if he hasn't had any intermediate fights, this actually could be a very good fight for both of you.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the toss-up between experience versus physical prowess. Now, I'm not trying to say one of us has one, the other one has the other, but as far as experience goes, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Garesh is the more experienced boxer just because he's probably had more time with it. Like I said, for me, it was more about the fitness element. So when it comes to, like, if we were to just say Garesh is the more experienced fighter versus me being the more athletic one, this is just assuming, hypothetical, then it would be, power versus, or what is it, brain versus brawn kind of thing. So in boxing, it's more of a technical art form because there are points, there are rounds. Well, there are rounds in MMA too, but for MMA, you just want to end your opponent.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas in boxing, there is more of a technical approach, a more strategic approach as opposed to MMA. So Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Goresh. I'm just saying y'all need to wait until we have more information on me
Yeah, yeah.
and him, and then you guys can start to place your bets, and we'll have a KSI Logan fight. Don't worry.
I'm down for that. Something, this is kind of like a little spoiler. There's actually going to be a video coming out whenever I think, Ignat's back and running. A question was asked to Truth and Goresh to see if that would ever become a potentially, a boxing match as well. So,
Truth and Goresh?
yeah. I threw the idea at Truth, and neither of them
So
said
Truth
no.
is just Goresh is just Little Mac, and we're all his opponents in
Yep.
Punch Out.
Yep.
Okay.
So who knows? I mean, Goresh, neither of them said no. Of course, if there's a backing to anything, anything's possible. Of course, once things get better. But that'd be crazy. The Dokkan community starts boxing, dude.
That'd be funny, yeah.
That would be crazy. I'm sure people would watch the hell out of it too.
What I want to do at some point is a basketball game with the Dokkan Tubers. That's what I want to do personally. But I'm gonna have to be very careful because I blew out my knee. I shattered my knee playing basketball. I have a torn ACL. So
have you been able to play at all anymore?
I mean, I've played. I'm very nowadays I haven't, but I'm not the same as I used to be as far as playing recklessly. So I'm a little more. I'm like who's the best way to. Well, I mean, I could talk about it. It's like Kobe. Early on, Kobe was athletic and doing everything, and then towards the end of his career, he was more of a finesse player. Boxing out, post up, mid range. Very. It didn't involve as much athleticism, but more about the brain game. So that's kind of like where I've had to shift my game now. But I love basketball. So having some sort of basketball thing with the Dokkan Tubers would be awesome. I know Tiger would totally be down for that. I know I see Josh would be down for that. I think Have-A-High played some too. That'd be pretty fun. Well, plus Rhyme doesn't even have to. Rhyme doesn't play. Oh, I know Dion Syriax, he plays. Rhyme would literally just have to stand there. He'd be like, "Hey, what's going on, Rhyme?
Yeah, that's all. You just need him there. You just need him there.
Yeah. He just has to stand up, hold his hands up. That's it.
I feel like Jinro might be a basketball player. I don't know.
Jin is a football player. Soccer. I call it football.
That's right. He's mentioned that a whole bunch of times.
He is a football. I would love to do that too. Just sports. Sports with the Dokkan Tubers. I think that would be fun.
Sports, MMA, boxing.
Yep. Oh hell no, I'm not doing MMA. Yeah. This face is too pretty for MMA.
MMA is such a scary sport, dude. Even though
I'm not doing that.
What do you say MMA is safer than boxing?
No.
Why?
Because you've got nothing protecting you. Well, I mean, I guess boxing. You can box with face guards and stuff like that. But MMA, you will get punched in the face. You'll get your teeth knocked out. I'm not doing that.
I don't I've always had that discussion with a bunch of my friends whenever we watch fights, because I feel like for me, when you're getting hit with those 10-ounce gloves, unfortunately, I don't think it's a lot harder to get knocked out. But MMA, when you watch Jorge Masvidal or you watch Khabib going at it when they get these insane knockouts, it's typically, to me, it kind of feels like it's a bit safer in that regard.
It does seem that way. And I know what you're getting at. I don't think it is. The gloves are a little dense, but it's also kind of dissipating some of the force on impact. If you think about it from a physics standpoint, if the surface area of the object making contact with you is smaller, but it has the same speed, the force is going to be greater or the impact is going to be greater because it's a smaller surface area. So it's going to do more damage.
Okay.
As opposed to a glove where the surface area is spread out a little bit more. Yeah, it's going to hurt because it seems like a lot more is coming at you, but at the same time, the force is going to be spread out because there's more of it to cover. So I feel like boxing is safer, but I mean, look, I'm not a fighter at heart, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
it just seems like boxing is safer. I'd rather have a glove punch me in the face than a dude's bare hand with the bone and the knuckle socking me in the face,
Yeah, I completely.
I don't want to get kicked in the ribs.
Yeah.
Because they do that too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to have someone's stanky ass, foot flying up my face and smacking me and stuff like that. I'm good.
Yeah.
Boxing is fine.
Yeah. Or grappling on the floor for 20 minutes, those Diaz fights, stuff like that was always
yeah.
a little I couldn't do MMA. I've done boxing, but nothing serious. Like it'll just be like me and the guys in the backyard, just hanging out. But I don't like fighting. I love watching it, but I cannot imagine myself getting completely destroyed.
Agreed. I enjoy watching MMA and boxing. I would rather watch than fight.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not much of a fighter. I don't like, getting my ribs kicked in or having some dude's junk in my face because that happens sometimes, or getting kicked in your junk. When Jorge Masvidal fought the guy, dude, that was a horrible kick.
I'm glad I'm sitting down right now.
Yeah, dude, that hurt. Oh, it was not a fan, not a fan of that. But that's cool. I had no idea that you were into like boxing and stuff like that. That's real neat.
More interesting than people think, but again, I kind of brought it upon myself. People don't know a lot of stuff because I don't talk a lot about things about me, but there's a reason for that. Over time, people will get to know me.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool getting to know what you watch on television. It's cool what you put inside your ears. It's cool what toothpaste and Taco Bell. It seems to be.
Wait, what? Oh, right. Okay. I was like, wait, I don't put toothpaste in my ears, bro. You can chill now.
Okay. But no, that's cool, dude. And I hope I mean, at the rate you're going, I feel like you'll hit 100K in the next year. I think.
I mean, I'd like to think that. I also I'm still new to the YouTube scene, so I don't fully understand. Have a High has told me that after like 10K things start to pick up, but then after 50K things start to kind of slow down. So I don't really know exactly what to expect. I'm just, as long as I enjoy this and I'm gaining something out of this, I'm gonna keep doing it. And if it gets me to the point where it can be a thing that I do full time, then I will absolutely do that. And also, I mean, YouTube is also a way for me to help showcase my voice acting a little bit more. So if more people get to see that, then all the better.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait for more of the voice acting. Can't wait for the 100K special. I think that's going to be a very exciting one.
Yeah, I know. They've been getting more and more intricate, right? So it's gonna have to be something.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
sure
big
everybody that watches your streams are like, okay, can you show us what you look like already? But I feel like most people in the Dokkan community are pretty cool without like showing their faces. I mean, God, I think the only picture that we have of Goresh is just that one picture that Talon took, and it's
that everybody memes.
Everybody memes. Yeah. That's literally it.
It's just human nature. Everyone wants to know, the curiosity, right? So if you dangle the idea of something, but then you don't give it, people want to know what it is, and it will bother them to no end because they want to know. They want that curiosity to be satisfied. And it's not like I'm doing this to drive people crazy. There's more than one reason why I don't want to show my face yet. The main reason is because I literally can't afford a camera to do it. And like, you have to have a really, for streaming setups and for, a lot of these like, professional streamers and all that, they have some really high-end equipment. I can't afford that stuff.
Me neither.
So yeah. So if you want to see my face, I got to be able to show it to you in something above, 5 pixels. It's got to be something better than that. So I got to be able to afford something like that. So by then, it could be possible.
Exactly.
And then also, why the rush? You don't need to see my face. Also, the other thing is, I don't want people associating my face to the channel. I want people associating my voices to the channel, which is why I want to have people have enough time with me where they hear all the voices that I do, and they can associate Toonrami with, oh, that voice, oh, that voice, oh, that voice. Oh, this is the face behind those voices. It has more of an impact that way, as opposed to seeing my face, and then they're just like, oh, the face doesn't match the voice.
Well, the face will never match the voice because,
true.
Like you said right now, the voice that you have going for you right now, you're at a higher octave, so it's not even we have I have zero. I could not give you any explanation on height, weight, nothing at all, because you have done such a great job masking that, and I think that's like the coolest mystery about you. It's that you've been able to do that, and everybody's always wrong. Right. I mean, when everybody thought, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but everybody thought Hydros was a certain, look.
Yeah.
And they're completely wrong. you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's so hard to tell, you know.
Well, you know what? Would you like to add to the long list of guesses? This will be on the record because this will be on the podcast. So
Yeah.
in the future, you could always come back to see if you're right. Would you like to make a guess for what I look like, my height, weight, build, everything,
Okay.
age, even?
My guess would be so
Really,
age.
really think about it. Really think about it. In fact, if you want, you can even like type it in our Discord chat and like save it.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that when we
All
finish
right.
up. So for your height, I would say you're 5'10". 5'10 is
Okay.
the height. Weight
Okay.
is probably about, as you mentioned, boxing. Most good boxers, MMA guys, are between 170 and 190. I'll go in the middle because I don't know how seasoned you are. So I'll say like you're like 180. I would say yeah, you're
Okay.
180. You didn't say nationality, right?
Everything.
Okay,
Guess
okay.
everything.
So
I haven't said anything
nationality,
though. So
some
guess that.
type of European.
Okay.
Some type of European.
PewDiePie.
Yeah, yeah. Right here, we got Felix here. Dude, that would be crazy. Like you just pop out, and you're like, yeah, I'm actually PewDiePie. But jokes aside, so
There is a pretty prominent channel. I'm not gonna say which one that a lot of people, including Hydros, think that I am right now, which is actually really funny. It's not PewDiePie, but it is a pretty big channel.
Okay, okay. So
Anyway, continue.
180, 5'10, European. Let
Okay.
me see what else. We went. I think that's pretty much it for the most part.
Age?
I think I would say you're probably around mine. So
How old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26?
Yeah, I'm 26.
You do not sound 26. You sound 21.
Yeah. I know. It's always been like that ever since I was like 18. Everyone's always. I look my age for sure, but I don't sound it because I guess like whenever
Okay.
I talk on YouTube, like I raise it a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So you think I'm 26?
I would say around 26, 27.
Okay.
Just the vibe I get. Which, you know, it's crazy to say all that because really I'm describing myself because.
Is that really what you are? So are you another one of my twins now?
I don't know. We don't know. I mean, I'm 190. I'm 5'10. A crossbreed between German and Cuban. So I look more
German? Do you know German?
No, my cousins do. My dad never learned it, unfortunately.
Okay.
He was a bit lazy.
I know some German.
Yeah, I've heard it. But yeah, a lot of that I said. I don't know why I feel like you might be more like my status. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I think this is very normal guy looks. I would say most guys are around like, you know, that 5'10" to 6 feet ratio. Since I did boxing for a little bit, I have always tried keeping that like, you know, 180, 190 range for the most part. I don't know. I just feel like that's normal. But who knows? That's like the greatest mystery about you. It's like you could just be a robot. You could literally be some random guy who has like a robot. And
Possibly.
the channel is
Possibly.
literally a robot, dude. I can't wait.
I don't have a face, so yeah, you can't prove anything as of yet.
I need you to get that 100K sub. I need you to hit that.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
You know,
It's good. All good things take time. So
Yeah, I know.
I will do
I
my
mean, you're
best.
doing pretty good right now. You've had. I don't think your growth has stopped since fifth year.
it slowed down a little bit, but that's just with YouTube. Like, you know, you have your ups and downs. But I'm pretty close to 20K. Hoping to reach that before the end of 2020.
20K
That would be the
special?
only good thing to come out of this.
Nothing-
20K special?
Nothing
yeah,
face reveal, but like
well,
more like fun.
there's definitely not going to be a face reveal.
Yeah.
But I am going to pose a question to my tunes about what they would like out of this 20K special. So I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek. It's either you learn one new piece of information about me, which is very valuable since I don't tell you anything, or I do an actual like special. So
I love your 10K special.
everybody's seen what's that?
I loved your 10K special. If you did something like that again, I would die. That was so cool.
Yeah, dude. Even I love the 10K special. Even I watch it.
Oh my god.
I watch it.
Yeah,
once in a
I've
while.
seen it so many times. I'm like, dude, this is so cool. You did such
Yeah,
a good
a
job.
lot of people involved in that, and also huge shout out to Rhyme, the home Rhyme style. What is going on with Rhyme here? He's
Yeah,
pretty
maybe I know you and Cubba are the new Ansem and Zemnis. Who knows if
he. You know what's great about that? Okay. So he does a mean Ansem with the Richard Epcar version, like the
OG
recast one, right?
Oh, the new one.
The new one. I do the Billy Zane Ansem, and I've never been a fan of the Epcar one, but he made that sound actually pretty cool. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do something, and yeah, I can't wait to talk more Kingdom Hearts with that guy. He's another person. If you love Kingdom Hearts, you talk to him because he knows a thing or two.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know he briefly mentioned it when we did Nintendo Night for a little bit, but he didn't go into like too much detail because everybody in the Discord was like, "Oh, Kingdom Hearts sucks. Oh my god, what are you guys talking
yeah,
about?"
those guys are all dummies. They don't know anything.
Yeah, Kensei was like, "Oh, dude, you know, all the love to Kensei, but Kensei, I love Kingdom Hearts.
No,
all right,
can't say's on drugs.
yeah, I'm like, dude, Kingdom Hearts is amazing. It's
You know what? You can forget him. He's a nobody.
oh, yep. I like that. He probably won't even understand the joke. He would have to play Kingdom Hearts 2 to understand.
Yeah.
But
Indeed.
oh, we got a last minute voice acting in. That's sick
Sorry.
because
it had to come out.
Hey, I'm glad it did because we just hit that hour mark. Everybody, you guys know that's typically where we like to end things. So, Mr. Toonrami, you could be 100 different guys for all we know. We don't know. So it's been a pleasure getting to know the many faces of Toonrami. And if you have any closing statements you'd like to give to the audience, it's greatly appreciated.
Wow, putting me on the spot here.
Always do.
I'm not very articulate. I'm stalling as we speak. I like things, and I like to go places, and food is great. And most notably, I would say that I'm hungry right now.
Okay, very cool.
I literally couldn't think of anything. Sorry.
That is excellent, guys. Remember, Toonrami is hungry, so make sure to send him some food.
Yes, please do.
And
nothing spicy.
Yeah, no
cereal
spicy.
is great because that's my favorite food. So cereal. If you want to send me cereal, go ahead.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on, man. I had a blast. Actually, this is definitely one of the more interesting ones. I love, how your mind works because it's fun. It's a better time to not be so professional sometimes and just get crazy and talk about stuff. And you're killing it. Can't wait for the 20K special. If you guys are new, definitely go sub to the boy Toon. Get him to the 20K mark. The boy deserves it. Best voice actor in the game. And thank you so much, man, for coming on. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.